Welcome to the It's Not My Fault This Podcast Isn't Popular episode of the TheOASG podcast. This is episode 19. As usual, I am Helen.
I am Justin.
Also as usual. And we are back after the new year and the holiday season. I got a little bit of snow here. Did you get any, Justin?
Oh, I did. I actually had to go to work in the snow, which it's been a kind of a while. Like, usually if it's bad enough, I'll be just staying home because it's New York. Train traffic or whatever is going to be pretty bad. But nope. I still had to go to work. It wasn't as bad as it could. It wasn't quite as bad as usual, I guess I can say. But yeah, it was something. But that's been it, really. Just that one snowstorm sometime a couple weeks ago. That's it.
Wait, how much snow did you get?
I think it was 2? I don't remember if it was 2 inches or 1.5 inch. I don't remember. But just a lot of snow coming down.
I laugh at you. For reference's sake, I've lived in Cleveland and the mountains of North Carolina. And last year, DC had a snowstorm of about 25 inches. So I think 2 inches is kind of pitiful.
Clearly, I am not that well-versed in snow. How about we move on to stuff aside from snow?
You don't even have to shovel a front walk or anything.
Yeah, that is the most enjoyable thing. I just, see people on Twitter or elsewhere just saying, "Oh, I gotta shove out all this snow," and I'm just like, "Yeah, you go do you guys, you go do you." Well, how was your Christmas and New Year's?
It's the end of the world as we know it.
Oh boy,
that's kind of how that is. My Christmas was pretty good. I only had to chase my grandparents' goats one time, so that was pretty good. Goats are escape artists, y'all.
I'm like, wait. You chase goats?
They get out of their pen, and I've got to drag them back into their pen. The chickens are much more manageable. They just kill snakes that are fine.
That sounds like an activity. That sounds like a workout, actually.
It was a good workout. I hatched some Pokemon eggs.
So you're still playing Pokemon Go?
Yeah, I really like it. It gives me an excuse to go outside when the wind chill is like 5 degrees. Although I haven't gotten any of the new baby Pokemon yet. I'm really salty about that. I take it you've stopped a while ago.
I mean, I didn't even touch it. I just like, it was really popular for a bit of last year, and now all of a sudden, nobody really talks about it anymore.
Wait, I thought you and Muse did like an entire podcast episode on this.
Oh no, we definitely did. I was more of the mindset that I loved what I was watching, just seeing all these people playing Pokemon Go, even if they were never in the Pokemon in the first place. So I was just like a bystander, while Muse was just like playing it all the time. But it was fun.
It's fun.
It's fun. I like seeing that.
Yeah, so I've had fun with that, and a little bit of snow. Were your holidays pretty good?
My holidays was pretty normal. Yeah, it was pretty normal, really. Didn't have to work Christmas Day, which is great. No, I did not have to work it. That's great. Had to work New Year. Well, no, I almost had to work New Year's Eve, almost, but then I had a savior who took my place, so I did not have to work New Year's Eve. And then during that time, I basically resolved myself to catch up to everything that I was behind on. And I was behind on a lot of stuff. And also just finish some stuff too. I read a lot of manga. Ended up reading a light novel finally. And I finished a couple of anime too. So I'm not even sure where to start.
I can't believe my editor reads light novels.
Yes. Well, on the subject of light novels, the one I did read was Goblin Slayer, which I feel like I've talked about before. Well, I mentioned this with you before, but now I'm talking about it now. Goblin Slayer was released by Yen Press last year in late December. I finally read it. It literally tells a story about a guy who slays goblins in a world where there's mythical creatures and stuff like that. There's far more important things than him, but that's the focus of the story. So yeah, it's definitely something. It's definitely something. it's mostly okay. There's just one really good arc that takes place later on in the books that kind of makes it worth it. But otherwise, it's just your typical light novel. It's just really dark, though. It's pretty violent.
Yeah, I also did some marathoning and some light novel reading over the holidays. I basically marathoned through volumes 2 and 3 of Baccano, since that story is just so addictive in both light novel and anime form. You start reading it, and then you just want to keep going until it's done. So I really enjoyed that. And then I was also marathoning some anime. I was watching a lot of Ushio and Tora, since I'm determined to finish that show someday. I like it, but I just still haven't finished it yet.
Oh, where are you at?
I've got like 5 episodes left or so. I'm pretty close at this point.
It's great that you brought up Ushio and Tora, because let's just say I've been reading a manga that the author did, that Kodansha Comics published. It's called Ghost and the Lady. Have you heard of Florence Nightingale?
I mean, yes, I've heard of her, Justin.
How much do you know about Florence Nightingale?
She was a lady. A Civil War era lady. Nurse. I don't think she's the one who cross-dressed. That's about it.
That's good enough. Well, I learned about her in Ghost and the Lady, which is, like I mentioned, done by the same author, Ushio and Tora. I actually brought this at I brought Volume 1 at Comic-Con, and I finally read it, like, yesterday. And I'm just, like, slapping myself for waiting so long to read it. Like, as soon as I finished Volume 1, I immediately ordered Volume 2. It basically tells a story about Florence Nightingale, but from the perspective of a ghost. This ghost basically was supposed to kill her. The thing is, she wants her to kill her. So it's like, wait, what? But we have to figure out why. And then after we figure out why, when? It's fun. Like it's basically it totally reminds of Ushio Tora. Like, you know how Tora threatens Ushio that he's gonna kill him all the time?
Tora is a gigantic tsundere, yes.
Yes, that's basically what the ghost too. He literally is basically the same thing. Like, the parallels between that and this manga it's definitely there. Like, you can't miss it. But this is obviously more creepier. Well, I wouldn't say creepier, I guess. It's in that same vein where you have like monsters and stuff like that. I enjoy it. It's really good. I want to write something about it, but I want to wait till I get Volume 2 before I proclaim it as anything like, oh my god, this is one of the best manga that you probably didn't read in 2016.
Yeah, so I think that's everything I've been reading right now, but we're going to have a lot more to read soon because, oh my god, Justin, Seven Seas has licensed everything.
They've licensed a bunch of stuff. I didn't even list all of it, but that's mostly because, like, some of it was like Hatsune Miku, and I think there was like this manga novels update that they did that I didn't write, so they licensed a lot of stuff. But some that I noted, I guess the first the one I'm going to start with is the Golden Guy tandem of Cutie Honey and Devilman G. I was trying to think, did we have like those titles licensed here before? Because I feel like we did.
I don't know. Because I'm not a big Go Nagai fan. I know this isn't the original. I think Viz would have the license to that. That's what I think.
Yeah,
but I don't know anything about previous Devilman releases in the US of any spin-off, variety, etc.
It's not like, for Cutie Honey and Devilman G, like, if nothing else, Go Nagai is like maybe supervising it. They're like worked on by other stuff. But yeah, like, for something like, those are like two well-known franchises, and I'm pretty sure we got the anime adaptations here at some point, but I never really noticed they got their manga brought over here, so I feel like this is a pretty significant license. To me at least. Maybe not for others, but to me, I think it's kind of significant.
Yeah, I feel like Seven Seas has been branching out even more lately. Like, they still have their, the niche of being, like, the biggest Yuri publisher in the US at this point, basically, and doing a lot of Monster Girl series. And it seems like the Monster Girl money is letting them license some really niche stuff, like, they're bringing over a couple volumes at least of Record of the Lotus War, which was really big back in the early 90s, I think, so before my time, because I was in diapers. But they're bringing that over, and I saw people saying this is basically on the level of, oh, who's ever going to license Legend of the Galactic Heroes? Unexpected.
That's basically it for me. Like, I'm stunned, honestly. Like, the only reason I know of Record of Lois was because I actually watched it. It was literally on my TV when I was growing up. Like, on one of the, it's called the International Channel. That's where it used to air. It was subbed. Like what? They don't show sub stuff anymore. What's up with this? I think they dubbed it too, but yeah, that's when I watched it, and at the time it was pretty brutal because like they just showed because at the time like I'm still like growing up, I'm still stuck in that shonen type of feeling, like watching Pokemon and stuff like that. So I watched Record of Lois where I'm like, that old guy just kind of died, or is he coming back? Doesn't come back.
Did you see the body, Justin? If you don't see the body, they're not dead.
They showed the body. That's
the thing.
They showed the body, yeah. But yeah, and then, as you said, like, this was in like either late 80s or 90s, and now it's being brought over here. That's stunning. Like, it's just like Legend of Galactic Heroes. You wouldn't think something like that would get brought over. And now this makes me think back to last year when Seven Seas was looking for translators. Was this possibly one of their things that they needed help for?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, since I think that's the only light novel license in this bunch. I think so, but I'm not sure. The one I started screaming about on Twitter is that they licensed Spirit Circle, which I know I've reviewed for the site at least once, maybe twice. If I reviewed it only once, it's on the old site, so it's going to be hard to find. But that's by Satoshi Mizukami, who did Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. And Seven Seas has always said, oh, the sales of that weren't super amazing, it's kind of unlikely, we'll get Spirit Circle. But apparently they're getting it now, and I am just so thrilled. It's currently on Crunchyroll Manga if anyone wants to give it a shot, but it's really great. I feel like both Mizukami's art has gotten a little better since Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, because his art is just kind of blocky and not always amazing. But I also feel like it's taken some of the themes from Biscuit Hammer and gone even beyond them, like hits that high point earlier on and then just keeps moving, like really progresses as an author. So I am really super duper thrilled over here. Like, there was a small happy dance.
A Spirit Circle dance? No. Not really?
Not enough room in my room to dance around the circle right now. It's in cosplay crunch time. But yeah, Seven Seas has been putting out just a ton of stuff, and we've got, I think, announcements for almost everything on the site, or at least a Twitter feed, so people can scroll back through that and see just everything Seven Seas is putting out and determined to overwhelm your wallets with.
Seven Seas is definitely like they're bringing it to start the year. That's for sure. I guess Funimation is also kind of bringing it. I think. No.
I don't know. You talk about it.
Okay. Yeah. They're, as you probably know, the Ghost in the Shell film is going to come eventually. We will have to watch it. But before we watch the live action version of it, we can totally go to theaters and watch the original. It's February 7th to the 8th. It's supposedly in like 110 theaters, so you gotta have to check the Funimation film site to see where they're gonna be at. I personally just like it's neat just to see like these movies getting put in the theaters like that. Like we have Sailor Moon R getting put in the theaters. Now we have Ghost in the Shell getting put in theaters. I find it neat. And then also we have Princess Mononoke, Ocean Waves. Nice. It's always good to see anime films in theaters. I guess more people are going to see them, honestly, because like you wouldn't think these would these probably weren't that successful earlier, like in the past. But I guess nowadays people are going out to see them.
Well, it also fits in with a lot of things they say about millennial spending in general. They say that the millennial generation, which Justin and I are definitely members of, we've been so paralyzed by the Great Recession that instead of trying to accumulate a lot of material wealth, we tend to go more for experiences, and seeing cool old films being played in a theater definitely is more of an experience.
I would just say it's more like, I haven't seen these movies yet. I have to see them. I don't know about being an experience or anything like that.
Well, you can have fun watching the live-action movie, because I don't think I'm going to be. But there's another film that I'm kind of curious about. It's not exactly a film. What's going on is that there's a screenwriter who's listed on his resume that he's the writer or one of the script writers for a Western adaptation of GeGeGe no Kitaro. And according to Anime News Network, there's also somebody who's listed as being part of the art production on this, as of yet, unannounced film. Like, I haven't heard a single peep before about GeGeGe no Kitaro getting a film anywhere, much less the US. And it's kind of weird, honestly, since Kitaro is still really unknown in the US, even though I think it's Drawn and Quarterly have been translating some of the volumes.
That's them.
Yeah. Oh, good. I was trying to remember if it's them or Fantagraphics. Drawn and Quarterly's been translating select volumes for 1 or 2 years now. But even with that, it's still really unknown in the US, so it's like, this is a really odd property to try and adapt, especially since it's so full of Japanese yokai. Like, this is what has inspired, like, every single supernatural series, anime and manga-wise, in Japan that you have ever read, basically. So this is something I'm just kind of curious about. I'm like, I don't think I would see this, but what the heck is going on?
I guess this is a thing where Hollywood just gotta find something, right? Something new. That's all I got, really.
Hollywood will take even the smallest idea and try to make a movie out of it. It's a weird way of thinking.
Gotta try and make money somehow.
Now you know who's trying to really make money right now?
Who? Who could it possibly be?
I mean, everybody, but in this case, Amazon.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's funny, we put together notes for these podcasts before we record them, and I'd written down, Amazon strikes again! When it looked like they were putting out, they were like listing they had some anime but hadn't released anything yet, and then the very next day they're like, we announce our Amazon strike program! So you're already paying for your anime? How about you pay while you pay for your anime so you can watch like select stuff that's not included in your Prime subscription?
Whoa. Time out. So what you're saying is we had to pay for Prime.
Yeah.
We had to,
which is at least $100 a year right now if you're not a student.
Which already had anime on their service. Then there's Anime Strike, which you have to pay additional $5.
Yep, you're paying additionally every month to watch some anime. I did see one person on Twitter try to explain this. They were explaining it using the old cable style model where you have like lower tiers and higher tiers, and the higher tiers that you pay for are like the more niche channels. And while I could understand what they were saying, I was thinking, and this is the entire reason we all hate cable right now and everyone is moving away from cable. So this is just really a strange choice on Amazon's part. And they've also said things like, we're trying to serve an underserved market, and it's like, yeah, anime isn't showing as much on TV right now, but we've got Crunchyroll and Funimation and the Anime Network and Netflix just sucking up nearly everything each season anyway. So, I mean, if you've got internet, which most folks do who watch anime, you're not being underserved right now. This just feels like they are jumping into something they have absolutely no clue what they're doing.
Speaking of, like, I guess pushback, I was sent like an article because I ended up writing about Amazon. I was sent an article by somebody that's that's well respected in the industry, and he made some good points. And then that's literally like the only thing I could think of. It has to be like a longer term view, because right now this is a good way to alienate. If you had any fans, I'm pretty sure you alienated them now. But yeah, there's like, I just don't. It's tough because Amazon's trying to get everything. Like they're expanding their bookstores. They're trying to do a supermarket. They're trying to do pretty much everything, and they have the money to do it. And like, we know their service is useful in certain areas, but then there's like this other stuff where you realize, do they know what they're actually doing right now? And then for anime, it's interesting. They are putting anime like at the top, kind of at the top when it comes to its focus, because they're on channel, they're on streaming area. They actually putting money into this endeavor. They have to be thinking anime is going to be a big thing for them. but they're not showing that it's a big thing for them right now, and that's a problem.
Actually, I take the opposite track. I think that since they're pricing it separately, they're thinking it's going to be a really niche thing, so they need additional money to make up for it. Since they bought exclusive licenses for these titles and exclusive worldwide rights, I think they're also worldwide. That is the big money.
Okay, but then you look at it, and if you want to go by what they tell you...
Well, of course they're going to praise the fan base. Of course they're going to say, oh, you guys are really special. We're looking really forward to working with you. I mean, that's just PR flash talk.
It's great PR, but, when if they eventually shut down, or they, get this partnership canceled with Notiyama, will it be worth it? Would it have been worth our time? Worth their time, actually. Because I feel like this is a waste of time for them, and then waste of time for anime fans. Because now you've had the Great Passions miss a season like Netflix, except it was never communicated it would do that. They had to wait weeks until we found out what they were going to do with it. They now, I think they're showing Scum Wish now, but again, you have to have Prime already, and then additionally you have to put it on. You have to get you have to pay an additional $5 to get the new service. It's just rough, honestly. I just feel like they don't really understand what they're doing, which is really not really good to say, considering it's Amazon. You would think they'll figure something out, but they haven't shown anything to me that says that they actually understand what's going on. Because what they're doing right now is saying, oh, hey, we're going to stream this at some unspecified time. You can go do whatever you want until then. So we can go pirate it? Oh, no, don't pirate it or anything like that. Just wait. Well, at least give us a date. Oh, sorry, no, we're going to have to not have a date for it just yet. I'm just going to pirate it. No, come back. That's kind of what it is right now.
Yeah, Amazon always feels like they're reinventing the wheel whenever they do something. Oh, we've got an in-person place to buy books. You mean a bookstore? And just all of these different things. And this seems like another instance of it where they're just really behind the curve. Although, as some people pointed out, you can get a free, Prime trial membership every now and then for a week. So you could go through and just marathon entire shows if you were really dedicated.
That's my plan.
That's my plan as well for the Great Passage and Onihei. So probably then neither Justin nor I have seen Onihei to talk about in this podcast yet. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to watch Scum's Wish too.
No, I'm not watching Scum's Wish.
You gotta do it.
Justin, I'm asexual. Sure. I give no craps about people having sex with each other.
Feels a little more complicated than that, but okay.
I see people talking about, oh, this show, it reminds everybody of their, teenage naughtiness and thoughts, and I'm like, heck no, I never had those thoughts. I thought those were all weird. I still think y'all are weird. Everyone else go watch Scum's Wish. It's not for me.
Okay, fine. Eventually we'll watch it, and maybe at that point, Amazon will have figured something out.
Yeah, with Netflix, it's annoying that they're not going to be streaming Little Witch Academia weekly, but Amazon has actually been fairly consistent with putting out shows, exactly 3 months later. They do, a full 13 episodes at once, basically to the day. So we can actually time when Amazon's going to put that out pretty well. But Amazon, it's I don't know what they're doing.
You meant Netflix, right?
Sorry, yeah, Netflix with Little Witch Academia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, and then also we know that Netflix is supposed to have a new original show in the works. So a literally original, they're actually funding it. So it feels like Netflix thinks that they can make a market, whereas Amazon, we don't know what they want with it. It's like they just wanted it or something without knowing what they were going to do with it.
Well, Amazon also makes some of its own shows. Full disclosure, I somehow got into the Amazon preview program, which is where they every now and then send you a pilot of TV shows and you can watch it and say, oh, I like this, oh, I like that, I didn't remember this character, etc. So I've seen some pilots for some shows that did and didn't make it. I think I mentioned this last time, that's how I saw the pilot for Man in the High Castle. So Amazon, just like everybody else, is getting both in the business of streaming video and making video. It's kind of funny, they really are Crunchyroll, Funimation, everyone's really kind of going back to the old cable stuff, where after they've had that sweet streaming money, they want the sweet production money, all the royalties and such.
Yeah.
We live in a capitalist society, folks.
Yeah.
So let's be a little more upbeat then and talk about what we're watching. I watched Dragon Maid, Justin. Did you?
Is that gonna be upbeat? It's gonna be. Yeah.
I'm prepared to fight you over Dragon Maid,
Yes,
Justin. Let's go.
Yes, I've also watched Dragon Maid. Like we didn't even like get through all the other stuff, which you immediately want to go to Dragon Maid. But okay, fine. Go ahead. Start with your defense.
I thought that Dragon Maid was a fun Monster Girl series. I'm not a big fan of like ecchi comedies in general. I feel like this is a little ecchi, but the jokes are basically along the lines of "Wow, dragons are weird," which works.
Okay. Here's my thing. It looks great. Like this is Kyoto Animation working on it, so I'm not surprised. And then its start was perfect. Wake up, going out to go to work, and all of a sudden there's a dragon at your door, and that dragon transforms into a human, and is in a maid costume. That's weird. That's great. And then after that, it's just really boring. Like I'm hoping for something to make me laugh.
Okay, the dragon scaring off the thieves was pretty funny.
The what?
The dragon scaring off the thieves was pretty funny.
That was nice. I wouldn't say it was funny.
You're so hard to please.
I guess it's a comedy. It's obviously like comedy. It's like because remember after that, like she ended up going on the phone to speak with like this person that says kill them, and then right after that they show up. So you would think that that'd be funny, but something about it just did not work for me. And then like they had that conversation at the bar, which I guess like that's technical stuff. But yeah, it was just really boring to me.
I have seen a few people say the show is unrealistic because if a dragon shows up at your house and says they want to be your maid and clean and cook for you, you say yes. You say yes to someone saying, I want to help you with your chores for free.
What? Well, I mean, this is an anime, so I mean, you can't really. I mean, it has a concept of dragon. Just a dragon even appearing is unrealistic. So
Details.
I don't know. But it's not like I'm going to give up on it yet. It's only one episode. And as I've learned from watching a lot of comedies, they usually slowly get better, or supposed to get better. So maybe there'll be more stuff that'll make it more hilarious. Or maybe it'll just be like, yeah, this comedy is not for me, because it's just weird. Like, certain comedies aren't for everyone. Like, I'm always being like, Gintama is the greatest, or Sakike last year was really great, but some other people just think it's the worst comedy of all time. I can't fathom it, but at the same time, it's their tastes, really. That's why it's hard to really judge somebody if they don't like a specific comedy.
Justin has special tastes.
Yeah, we all have our specialties. We all do. But okay, I know that's not the only thing you're watching this season.
Well, how about you talk about something you liked then?
Well, okay, definitely Gintama. That's one. That's definitely one. Immediately as soon as they show up, they make fun of Sakike because Sakike aired in the late night slot in Japan. As soon as like the show opened in Gintama, they immediately just make fun of it and go like, "Oh hey, somebody, oh why is it so dusty and stuff like that? Oh somebody was occupying this spot." They had like one of the items from the main character, so I was like, "Oh, somebody just made a put a Sakike." And then during the episode, they ended up taking a shot at Love Live. So basically, this is what happens when you have two companies doing the same anime. Sunrise works on Gintama and Love Live. Love Live, Love Live. One day I'll get it right, but
Love Live, Love Lived, Love Will Live.
Okay, Love Live. But yeah, they're not gonna like any chance they get, they will take it. But it's a lot harder to do that because it's gotten really serious in Gintama. So it's in that spot where it has to manage. Where, yeah, it's a comedy, but now it's getting to the point where, okay, now it's starting to get really serious. So that's the thing that anime has to work out, but it's currently working on an arc, so it's probably going to be mostly serious until the arc ends. But yeah, that's definitely my number one. I would say Blue Exorcist is number two. It took me, I had to get used to it a little bit, because it's been a while since I watched it. Because I forgot, like, oh yeah, he revealed his demon powers, and I was like, wait, why you guys have a problem with that? And I'm like, oh right, he was supposed to reveal in the first place. Yeah.
Well, it's like, I've read the manga as well, and there's some hints that Yukio, the non-demonic son of Satan, and maybe Deuteragonist in the series, might actually have some demonic powers. But the original anime was like, we're just going to go ahead and confirm it and kind of make a conclusive ending that would make it really hard to have a sequel to this in the future. Which is a weird move, and this anime is like, yeah, we're forgetting about that, guys. And I see everybody complaining about it. They're like, when's the last time an anime, like, ignored its own ending so much? And I'm like, Black Butler. Twice. 2 times, so. Besides, it wasn't a very good original arc, so just come back to this. The Kyoto arc is one of the best ones in Blue Exorcist, I think. I really liked it when I read the manga.
I don't know why people are making a fuss of that. I mean, it's an original anime. They had to, like, do something different to not really step on the toes. Because, like, if the manga's not done, like, how are you going to conclude it? You want to conclude it as best you can, right?
I feel like they could have done a different kind of story and had a more open ending, where they wouldn't need to completely retcon, like, 6 or 8 episodes, I think. I feel like they could have done better there. But remember, Justin, Annie Twitter likes to have something to fuss about all the time. Not even bad fussing, just we need something to fuss about all the time.
That is probably true, yeah. But otherwise, yeah. It's been nice to see it again, honestly. Like, I wasn't sure how I would feel about watching it again, but after I got used to, like, oh right, this show is back. Yeah, it's currently back, and I'm definitely enjoying it so far.
I thought it had a lot of exposition in the first episode, but not nearly as much as ACCA. Oh my god, Justin, did you see ACCA?
That's on my list to watch. Like, ACCA, Gabriel Dropout, and Ed Live, which is worked on by the creator of Reborn, the author. That's one of the shows I want to check out later on, or sometime soon.
Okay, just be warned, ACCA has possibly the most expository dialogue I have ever seen in the first episode of a show. Like, I am going to assume this is only going to be one core, because they crammed so much in there, it feels like they don't have a lot of episodes to work with, and it's really awkwardly done exposition as well, and sometimes they'll show you something, and then they'll also explain it. It's like, oh, okay, show you clearly don't have a lot of time, can we just smooth this out a little bit?
It can't be any worse than Handshakers.
I didn't even watch Handshakers. I saw the boob jiggling gif on Twitter, and I went, nope. You're
not gonna believe it. That's probably like the 4th worst thing in the first episode.
I also read the Sakuga Boru blog post about, and saw the screenshots where everything's just like a composited mess, where like even the shadows and the color schemes aren't matching up, and I was like, again, nope.
And you know what the worst thing is? Like, it looks like if you ignore the characters, it looks good. It looks really good. Like,
it looks like the most Chunibyo thing ever.
The backgrounds, like the buildings, those look great. The characters look so weird. And this, like, the CGI or whatever, it's just so awkward. It looks like it's hard to really even describe it. And then, just in case you, in addition to that, it moves at TQ speed, which is good for TQ.
So you mean you can get through the entire season in just 16 minutes?
Not really good for this show, because it really just makes everything feel just even worse to watch. Like, honestly, like, I'm watching it, I really just wanted to drop it right there. Like, I just want, like, 2 minutes in, I wanted to drop it. Like, I just wanted it to end. Like, yeah, that was something. But no, okay, but back to ACCA. Isn't that done by the author of
it's by Natsumi. Yeah, it's based on a manga by Natsumi Ono, who's done House of Five Leaves, Not Simple, etc. And she has this really distinctive character design for her male characters. If you see it once, you'll recognize it again. It's like particularly circlish eyes, kind of blank but prominent facial features. I actually like the designs a lot in House of Five Leaves with how they're adapted, and I've liked what I've seen in the manga for that one as well. But I didn't really like the designs in Not Simple, and I really didn't like a lot of the designs in ACCA. Like, half the characters I'm okay with, and the other half, including our main character, I'm just like, there is just something wrong with your face. Maybe multiple somethings. The one thing I did like about the designs in ACCA is that there are some of our quasi-military bureaucratic female characters who are wearing skirts, and some who are wearing pants. As a cosplayer, do you know how unusual it is for female anime characters to wear pants? Because I will do, like, one cosplay of a pair of pants in an entire year with, like, 8 outfits. It's really rare. I appreciate this. Even if I'm not going to cosplay it, because the outfits look... The color scheme just reminds me a little bit of the Nazi uniforms.
Oh, okay.
This is not the Nazi show of the season.
Yeah, no,
Neither of us watched that one, but I just looked at this and I'm like, black, white, and a little bit of red. Oh no, this looks like Third Reich. Oh no, that's unintentional.
What timing for that to air, huh?
And neither of us are going to be watching the anime show of the season, Tanya and the Saga of Evil. No.
Like, you know what's crazy? Like, when they announced this, I'm pretty sure they had no idea how much it would be how weird it would look like now. I can pretty much bet you that.
Also, in the manga's always in black and white, so it's probably not really visible there. But when you put it in color in the anime, it's like, oh, uh-oh. Yeah. So yeah, haven't enjoyed that as much, but I'm gonna give it a couple episodes, just like Justin's gonna give it. Dragon made a couple of episodes, but you know what, Justin? I'm still disappointed in you because you didn't say Rakugo was one of your top 2 anime of the season, and Rakugo is clearly the best.
It's my third. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, can't help
but it's
it.
behind Blue Exorcist. I mean, I understand your Gintama bias, but I'm judging you, Justin. I'm judging you through the internet.
The only reason why is because I'm literally just like, wait, this all happened? Why can't I remember all this happening? And personally, I thought the first episode was a little bit too slow for my tastes, but then I watched the episode and I was like, okay, that's the Rakugo I like. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. So it's I wouldn't say it's like a big gap or anything like that. It's like right there, really. Yeah,
it seems like we've had one thing Rakugo is kind of bad about is showing us how long the time skips are. So it's actually been quite a while since the very first season began. But I'm just, so it's like, oh, wow, it's been that long. Like, the baby is starting to grow up now. But I'm still so happy the show is back. Like, it does cinematography so well. The characters have this really nice body language that tells you so much. It just feels like a mature, satisfying character drama for me. I'm just so happy and expecting it to break my heart, at least in one way. I mean, you look at the opening for the show. Justin, have you seen the opening? That is like the most foreboding opening I've ever seen.
The opening is good. It is very foreboding, but it's very good. Like, I just wanted to like listen to it like separately, right? Like I watched it today, so I didn't get a chance. But like, I watched it like twice, and I'm like, okay, that's a good opening. But then, I'm looking at the characters, and like, oh, dang,
is everybody gonna die? Oh my god!
Spoilers. But yeah, don't worry, I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely enjoying it. That is for sure. Do not think that, it's behind Blue Exorcist doesn't mean like it's that far behind. It's really not.
And the manga's also been licensed as well. I don't know what Kodansha USA is doing, but they licensed it. So I'm going to be really interested to look at the manga when it comes out next year. Actually, later this year. Oh my god, or 2017.
This year. Yeah, May. Don't forget, in May. It's coming out in May.
Yep.
Pre-order it.
I'm gonna be really interested to look at it since
it's really good. It should be really good.
I said, I really like the cinematography in the anime, so I really want to take a look at the manga and see if it's drawing a lot from the manga's layouts, or if it's almost all from like the anime creators. I'm just really curious. Not that it would be bad one way or another, but I'm really curious about that.
Oh yeah, you said a few more shows you're watching, right?
Yeah. I'm perpetually behind on Precure, but I'm trying to catch up with it, so I'm still finishing up the season that's currently airing right now. Precure's a little weird since the new season always starts in February, so the shows technically span 2 years. So I'm watching Maho Sukai Precure, or basically Witch's Precure, since I can't watch Little Witch Academia right now. And I'm having fun with it. It's a cute little show, and I'm looking forward to the new season, which is both animal and food themed. So everybody's been making Tokyo Mew Mew jokes about it. Yeah, so I'm watching that for my fluff to keep my spirits up. And I'm actually also finally caught up with Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans, and I'm enjoying the new season as well. I'm a little worried about where it's going to go, since the arcs have all been really thrilling so far, but they haven't been super connected. And it's introduced some really large world-building details, but it hasn't tied them in yet. Like, this Gundam, as with every Gundam, it's in its own universe, and they're saying, oh, it's taken place after this thing called the Calamity War. And then they revealed some other things about the Calamity War. It's like, okay, that's interesting, but you need to tie this into the bigger story. Otherwise, this just feels kind of weird. So hopefully, we've still got another 13 episodes left. They'll pull off another connection. Again, I'm expecting people to die because A, it's Gundam, and B, it's Mario Kata writing, so that's bad for some characters.
Yeah.
Gonna be lots of heartbreak and revenge, probably. Well, yeah, I know there's gonna be revenge. So we'll see how it's going. And I'm so glad that Bakugo from My Hero Academia is getting work in between the seasons. He's a Gundam pilot now, he's aged up a little bit, his temper's better.
Whoa. Time out.
There's his character
in
Iron-Blooded Orphans called, I think Hush Midi, because Gundam names, who looks almost exactly like a Bakugo from My Hero Academia around, 17 or 18.
Okay, that's weird. You know what's weird?
That's also probably the worst name in this Gundam series.
Oh man, that actually reminds me of one of the winter anime I'm actually watching, Masamune-Kun's Revenge.
Does that one have terrible names in it?
It doesn't have terrible names. It just has the main character. He looked like when he was a kid, he was pretty porky. He was basically fat, and he literally the first time I saw him made me think of the Excel World character.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's basically the only other big character in anime. Actually, Iron-Blooded Orphans had one as well called Biscuit. He actually looked a lot like the Excel World protagonist as well.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Iron-Blooded Orphans also has characters named Biscuit, Cookie, Cracker.
Hey, look, Dragon Ball had the author named his name at the Underworld and Vegetables, so I mean, I can't judge.
So Masamune-Kun's Revenge is definitely not going to top either of those in the bad name department, at least.
Oh no, it's not great. It's it has an interesting premise because it has this kid who was bullied or was made fun of as a kid, and he wants to apparently take revenge. His revenge, getting the girl that dumped him as a kid or made fun of him as a kid, after he's now worked himself up to be respectful. He now works out. I'm trying to think of anime that had these characters live a healthy lifestyle or show that. I couldn't really think of anything like that, but so yeah, this guy was really he's buffed up a little bit, still in high school, mostly buffed up. He wants to get her to fall for her, and then as soon as she does that, it says "I love you" right like that. He dumps her. That's the plan. So the premise is interesting. I don't think I like the execution of it at all. It just feels.
This kid sounds like he's got too much time on his hands.
Well, he was rich, and I think he still kind of is rich. It's not really. That's the thing. It's not really elaborated. He was rich because he grew up rich, but now he's in high school. I guess he's still rich, but I guess he probably is still rich, but maybe not as much as he was as a kid. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, it's like I said, premise is interesting, but I don't think it's executed all that well. I'm just curious to see what exactly is going to happen. What is is she ever going to find out, and is he going to actually be yeah, that was bad, even though she's really annoying. She's really bad. She ended up rejecting somebody in public at the school. A guy made it her feelings, and then she ended up going. She literally got a mic, got to the top of the roof, and announced that I'm rejecting you, and gave him a bad name too. So yeah, she's pretty awful. So yeah, it's something that is for sure. I'm watching Fuka, which somehow is my first Koji Seo show, and if you've heard Koji Seo, that's the warning sign where you're why are you doing this to yourself? Stop.
Fuka was such a boring manga when I read it.
It probably is. The only thing that's mostly interesting to me is it's going for a music aspect. So it's okay, he's trying to start a music thing, so that's fine. The real annoyance is his main character. Oh my god. I'm trying to think of anime that has annoyed me so much or a male lead that has annoyed me as much as this guy. He's literally a typical boring shy character that everybody rallies behind. It's actually, I feel like this is done in an annoying manner in this show. Like, I'm pretty sure there are other things I've seen, but they have not done it to the level that this show is doing it as. And I'm just like, how? Why? But yeah, I'm probably still gonna watch it until it just does something that's gonna annoy me. I know it has the potential to do that. In its favor is that it's only 12 episodes. That could make it get a bad ending. But I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I'll watch it as long as possible.
So you're going into Fuga completely blind?
Yeah, I haven't read the manga. I just know of the author and his tendencies. That's literally it. But I guess I'm like, yeah, I need something, I guess, for now. And that's kind of the only show that felt like it had something a little bit to it that was enjoyable, so I kept it for now. I don't know about interviews with Monster Girls.
I mean, Justin, if you need stuff to watch, I can just make you watch stuff. I mean, that's not hard.
I'm watching interviews with Monster Girls. I will give it this. It had one pretty good joke that made me laugh more than Dragon Maid.
Low bars.
But it's still really boring. it's like literally the guy just wants to interview the monster or demi-humans, basically monster girls. He's in the area where I guess it's normal to have these people there. So it's kind of, you can make it like it's a fantasy slice of life-ish thing. But it feels like it's just really like, at this point it's not really that interesting. Like it's just a bunch of it was just, like the first episode was just a lot of talking, nothing really funny. Like the characters are trying to make a joke, but they're not all that funny. They only just got that one joke, and that was it.
Guys, I think Gintama's warped Justin's sense of humor.
No, just that this is a bad comedy. It's very bad, at least for now. And the only other thing that I'm probably going to keep is Piacevole. It's cute. It is short. That's basically like all the requirements I need. Like it's 4 minutes. It's about a girl who she immediately gets hired at an Italian place. Knows no Italian whatsoever. Still gets hired anyways. I'm not really sure what they're gonna do with her, but it's 4 minutes. I can't completely go wrong with it, right?
I mean, you could, but that would be kind of hard if it's only 4 minutes long.
And then, so yeah, that's basically it. I'm still looking forward to Yamishibai, which is gonna air this Sunday. Yes, season 4. Gotta watch that. And there's, like I mentioned earlier, there's a couple more anime I still want to check out. But so yeah, aside from that, Yambo, and they brought back Dragon Ball Super finally, and the first episode, unfortunately, reminds me of an episode of Dragon Ball Z. So the season's already off to a great start. Yeah, that's my list for now. I'm pretty sure it's gonna get cut. Most of the stuff that I'm watching now, it's not gonna last long.
Yeah, I mean, that's everything I'm gonna try. Nothing else caught my attention this season, so I'm hoping I might be able to actually get through some of my backlog. Like, now that Yuri on Ice is done, I really want to watch Michiko and Hatchin, since that one is still streaming online, at least in places that aren't like Hulu and everything. Since, man, losing the free streaming on Hulu was so bad for my to-watch list, Justin. I had so many titles on Hulu, and not all of them are on other services. It sucks.
Yeah, it's rough. That's rough.
But yeah, that's my plan. Read lots of manga, bemoan the fact that another Baccano novel isn't going to be out for another couple months, and watch magical girl shows, I guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish up whatever manga I still have. Like, I recently got Planet Tales from the library, so at some point I'm gonna try to read it.
Hope you enjoy it more than I did.
Aw, I read like a little bit of it. It seemed okay, but I still gotta read more, so I'll find out. I still have some anime I want to watch from last season, and a couple anime I've had in my backlog forever that I want to watch, so hopefully I'll do that. But I think I'll do it, because I managed to watch most of my backlog a little bit from last year. And then I guess this podcast is running long enough, so I guess I'll just be kind of quick with this. Between like Christmas and like almost like like a little bit after New Year's. Like I ended up finishing JoJo, which ended really great. That was good. Anime of the year for me. I ended up watching it, like I said, and I finished Sakike finally. Definitely one of the top comedies of 2016. I finally watched ReLife and Kuromuroko, Helen. I finally did it.
Yeah, you got two of the good ones.
Finally did it. And ReLife, it was interesting how it's understated and how the how the main character acts in certain situations. Like it feels like, oh man, it's just still acts kind of like a shonen-ish character. Mm-hmm. But then you see that age where he's like, you see he's 29. He shows it at subtle moments, which is like, huh, it's really interesting. And then before I knew it, like I just tend to watch like a couple episodes each day. I think I finished it in like 2 days. I think I just like, yeah, I'm just gonna finish it, and that was that. And I kind of did the same for Kuromuroko. Mm-hmm.
Kuromuroko is really marathonable. It's dangerous.
Yeah, well, yeah, I blame Netflix for that, but yeah, they timed their endings well. That's for sure. Like they'd be like, okay, this is how it ends, forcing you to watch the next episode. But I need to go to sleep. Let me sleep. Nope, gotta keep watching. Hate you too. I watched the next episode. Like pretty much the big problem is, and you've hinted this before, the ending.
It's a bit open-ended. I would like a movie to conclude this a little more conclusively.
It's just like, and then you know what, like,
my ship.
Like, I
didn't expect to have a ship in the show, and now I'm grouchy about it.
And you know, like a movie would be fine. I don't know if I would be happy with it because just the way I know it's gonna be hypocritical for me to say this, but because I'll probably still watch it anyways. But it feels like that should be it, really.
I mean, kind of yes, but again, my ship.
So yeah, so I watched that. I finished I finished 2 movies, Metropolis and Garden of Words. I've had Metropolis.
Metropolis, the anime, or Metropolis, the Fritz slang?
The anime, the Tezuka one.
Oh, the one that Tezuka never wanted to be made into a movie, so they waited until after he died to make it into a movie.
Yeah. I watched they had the special features. They had the
That's why I'm never going to watch the movie. I'm like, if Tezuka didn't want this made into a movie, I'm going to respect that guy's wishes. Plus, the original one by Fritz Lang is really good, actually. I've seen that. I've seen, like, the most recent recompilation where it's only missing, like, 2 scenes.
I would just say this. I think the reason he wouldn't have wanted it is because, like, it would never, like, be able to be be perfect or almost close to perfect. That's just basically what I think. Like, it's not, like, he's gonna think if he leaves it up to all these other people, it's not gonna work out. That's literally, like, the only reason why I think he wouldn't have wanted it. But that could just be me being rude and stuff like that.
So rude. So rude.
But, I'm not. It takes a while to get going, but I liked it. It's pretty entertaining. The visuals, like, there are so many like symbolic things in this like you could screen cap and it would just be like really good. But yeah, it definitely made me check out the novel and definitely check out the film at some point. The Metropolis based off Fritz of Lang. Garden of Words. I really, it's almost like it's one of those unsafe films to watch because if you told somebody to play a drinking game and be like, okay, however number of feet show up in this show, drink, somebody will literally get killed by like maybe a minute or maybe 10 minutes into the film because that's how many times they show the feet. But ignoring that part, it was fine. It was fine. I thought it would go into creeper territory, and it kind of didn't. At least when it ended, that's kind of how it didn't turn out that way. So I'm like, okay, ended kind of respectively. I can live with this. I feel like it was still too short, but I can totally live with this.
Yeah, I liked how Garden of Words looked. The art was really pretty, but I'm
definitely good.
I'm not a big fan of the age gap romances, so I felt it was getting kind of creepy there.
Yeah, that's like the one thing I worried about. The only thing is,
which is a
Yeah,
big
the only thing I
thing.
was saying, well, I guess that would be, it would be kind of spoiling it. Although it's been out for a while. Does it even matter if I spoil it?
I mean, if you just look at the, like, summary for the film, I think it says, like, teacher and student, and you know, oh, and this is something written by a straight man, therefore it has romance in it. Hello, Helen is asexual and very salty all the time.
But I thought it was fine, and yeah, as you mentioned, it looks really good. Like, oh my god. Like, if you, maybe even 10, 20 years from now, still look good.
Yeah.
And then I guess, like, the worst thing I finished was Girlish Number, and that's not really saying it's bad.
And you were the one who wanted me to watch that so badly.
No, compared to everything else,
Oh,
like,
okay.
it's bad. Like, it's just it's good. It's still good. The way it ends it's really good. But compared to everything else I finished, it's the worst. It's the worst thing I can say I watch, and that's a good thing. When I can say Girlish Number is the worst thing I watch, I watched some good stuff in the past couple weeks. That's for sure.
Hey, Justin.
Yes,
Is Shirobako in your backlog?
it is.
Watch it.
I will watch it.
I mean, we're gonna have all this free time with this really small season, and Amazon and Netflix withholding half of the good shows, so you might as well watch it now.
Yeah, maybe it'll be better than Dragon Maid. Oh, you know what?
No, Shirobako is better than Dragon Maid. I can agree with this.
Okay. How about you know what? How about I stop taking pot shots at shows that are still starting, and I think this podcast is going on long enough, right? Unless you have some final thoughts.
My Dragon Maid is better than your Gintama.
Have you been watching Gintama?
I read some of the manga. And with that, folks, you can find both of us on Twitter, where I tweet a lot and Justin tweets less. I'm at Wandering Dreamer, and you can also find the account for the whole website, where we post a lot of announcements about manga licenses and reviews, at TheOASG, which is significantly easier to spell. And Justin, as always, where can we find you?
Somehow find me online, Kami_Nomi. As always, just think of the world Goblin knows. They can comment on me. There you go. Just have the underscore. It's that simple, guys. Find me on Twitter.
You know, in a couple of years, when that show gets older, people aren't going to understand the reference anymore.
I don't care. Well, you know what? With all these stuff getting licensed, maybe somebody will take a chance and license this. Oh, right. Fizz has Shogakukan rights.
And The World God Only Knows is a pretty long manga, isn't it?
Fizz! Bring it out anyways. Bring that in Saki K. Just go do that. Please.
Please license all the good stuff.
Please.
Okay. See everyone next time.
Bye.
Bye, folks.
Bye, guys. See you later.